Huh?
That was a smashing intro.
Rock on.
That's all for today, everybody. Thanks for watching.
It was a good episode.
That's what Timmy Boy does. Timmy Boy, a little bit about how you made that. Tell me again about your styles.
Tell me again.
What kind of computer did you use for that?
Unfortunately, I had to use Windows because we don't have a license for the software.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to
Ridiculous.
donate a Mac CS 5.5
That'd be cool.
production suite license,
Because we can't afford
We'll
to
take it.
do
We can work
fancy
on this
stuff
on a
like
Mac.
that.
But
So-
no, that was really
No,
neat.
that's After Effects.
And your obsession with me drinking Pepsi is clearly evident
Yeah.
in all those frames of me.
I'm glad you framed me as the heavy hitter,
Yeah,
sitting down with the Pulitzer.
yeah,
That's right.
absolutely. That was a pivotal moment.
I'm glad you put yourself down with the big kind of like
The big mic.
the big zonking mic in
That
Google.
was my favorite beard mic. Yes, that's right.
That intro was a roller coaster of DTLT love.
Or like that.
I like that
Yeah,
phrase.
and I like
Perfect.
Martha getting kind of all vehement with the thing in her hand.
Yeah.
That was the day we did the whole
yeah,
assessment. And
she's
online
pretty
learning.
intense when she does these shows.
That was only my
We're pretty
second
laid
time
back.
using After Effects. I didn't create the whole thing. There was a template I
Right.
was working from, so it's not like I sat here from scratch. and
It was
built
amazing. You did. Let's play it again. I want to see it again. That
We'll
was
play
amazing.
it again.
Play it again for the people.
All right, one more time, and then we're done.
Okay. Right, the people.
Thousands of
Thousands
pictures.
of pictures of them. Good work, Timmy boy.
Nicely
That's
done, Tim.
amazing.
Cool new intro.
Now,
Yep.
let's ask the people before, because we got to compress that. Did that drag on your side? Did you guys see it kind of like...
Was it stuttery?
We could be waiting for
Yeah,
Yeah.
hours for an answer.
Exactly.
a little bit.
A little
stuttery.
bit, okay. So
From-
Shannon,
For
thank
the
you.
person
little
who's
bit.
actually in the room with us.
choppy.
And it was low res.
Well, I mean, it's a broadcast. And hammered.
Yeah. So. And
Right.
hammered.
Yeah. I don't know what that means. Is that
You have
always
a
hammered.
drunken
Is that-
animation.
a new media specialist?
We should do these shows hammered.
Exactly.
If only.
So what is this show about anyway? Besides Timmy's new spanking brand new intro that looks so good.
And his white socks.
And my white socks.
This is a sock cast.
It's about the MacGuffin.
The MacGuffin
The MacGuffin.
Mania.
Yep.
Thank you to Michael Branson Smith, Tom Woodward,
Incredible.
and Todd Conaway
We have.
for getting that kind of little centripetal force going.
It's like the animated GIF of this semester so far. It's the one thing that like everybody has just grabbed onto.
It is. And I think I was reading Todd Conaway, and a special shout out to Todd. I mean, he says we talk about ourselves a lot, which we do, and he can suck it. But the other thing is that he's awesome with these open classes.
Sure.
He's in there, he's commenting, he's excited. The guy believes it. I just love his energy. So
what-
anyway,
So what is a MacGuffin for those watching who haven't been following DS
so a
106?
MacGuffin literally is
Well, the
a-
original context was the Hitchcock
Exactly.
device that was just kind of like this thing that was shown in the movie that didn't have anything to do with it, but it would further the story.
That's right.
Like the wine bottle in Notorious and
or the suitcase with the money that you
Right.
never see. but
Exactly.
You follow it on the train.
Yeah, kind of like this is supposed to be important, but it really turns out not to be so much. But
Yeah. And no one has done any Hitchcock ones yet.
yeah,
It'll be funny. We'll see those come down.
yeah, it's a challenge right there.
Yeah.
So this assignment is to take the MacGuffin, take the main pivotal thing, and switch it in a way so that the entire movie is just blown. The whole
It's
plot's
over.
just done.
I love it. Like, as Noise Professor said, and Noise Professor's done a bunch of good ones, we'll see. But as Noise Professor said, it's like as soon as it comes, it's like the curtain falls, it's over.
Right.
I love that.
Perfect. This is one that Todd did.
It's the first one I... We didn't say anything, so you're lucky.
All right, so our audio is back.
What
So-
amateurs.
You didn't lose audio. We just
We wanted to give you time to read.
Yeah, we were just giving you reflection time.
That's right.
That's what they do to the pros. That's what the hammered people do.
So here's Jack Torrance in the interview saying, you know what, that's a horrible story. The girl's being chopped up. I'm not taking the job.
yeah. Ooh, why would I want to be here all winter?
Exactly. My wife is not a ghost and horror fan. She would never go for this.
That's right. That's right.
And
Right?
you did this one, Jim, from Hal.
Oh yeah, I got this basically
Lord.
because Cogdog did the one like with the monkeys beating the skulls with the bones.
Right.
They're like, let's go build a house or let's go build something constructive rather than beat each other over the head
Right.
and kill each other.
Is the bugging one there?
The bugging one
The
I don't have
bugging
in
out,
here.
the do the right thing.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I like that. That was a
This is my favorite one of all.
Oh, this
this
is-
is just beautiful.
This is this takes it to the whole different like Western civilizations now in doubt.
Well, what you mentioned, what's beautiful about this is that it's both that it's a she and also that it's not an immaculate conception anymore. It's like a double hit.
It is.
well. Now was
This is genius.
Were
Yeah.
people referring to? I noticed that somebody said, non-filmic elements are now fair game for this.
Like
Is that
history.
was that what brought this, or historical events?
He
Is that,
started it.
Okay.
He went right to Jesus.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'm calling Jesusa.
Yeah, and you can't really go anywhere once you kind of hit Jesus.
It's like that's it. It's like, we are just a totally different people. I love that one.
Unworthy.
What else do we have?
We have.
Oh, this is a new DS-106er.
This is
Actually, Ben Rhimes brought him into the fold.
yeah, never-ending story. I think I'll go watch cartoons instead.
And this is another one that works on a lot of levels.
Yeah,
Saturday morning cartoons, no one's reading.
And-
It's just brilliant.
I think Ben did this one, Lord of the Rings. See who did it?
Oh,
The ring belongs to Sauron. We'll return it.
that's it. We just gotta do it. Enough.
Done.
It would save you a lot of time. It's like 4 hours worth of stuff you wouldn't ever have to wade through.
No,
Right.
just bring it back to Sauron.
This is one I did this morning. Harry Potter.
And so I had to ask Timmy Boy for a little bit of because I didn't know the Slytherin versus, the house he lived in.
You like Harry Potter, but you don't love.
I don't love
Harry Potter.
No.
Yeah.
To be honest, neither do I. But I am up on the pop culture.
Mhm.
So,
Oh, good.
Yeah,
That's good. It's good to be up in the pop culture.
it is. Absolutely. So, we've got Saving Private No One. You're headed home.
But I think do you have the one he did with Shawshank Redemption?
I don't.
That one's just brilliant. Like, instead of life in prison, you have 12 months of community service. I mean, that's great. And Mikhail's one with Wild Bunch, where he's basically like, we never liked Angel. Let's go get a drink. I mean, they just go on and on, right?
Yeah.
The other one, Lou McGill did the great one about double indemnity, where the husband says, you know what, I'm not signing the insurance policy, which basically kills the whole film.
Right.
I mean, they're just genius.
Beautiful.
I loved it. Now,
So keep coming.
now let's talk about this for a second. So there they are, and they're awesome. DS-106 community's finding its way, and Michael Branson Smith's doing awesome stuff there. We had that with the animated GIF. We have it again here with the MacGuffin. What about these events? Chris Lott called it like the glass bead game.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of this? I mean, just as a kind of way to get the open course.
Well, I'd almost forgotten about it, but, Tom Woodward blogged about this back in January of this year, before the spring semester really even began with DS-106, about this idea that you could sort of have these wild cards and these playing cards that play off assignments one after another. So it's like, okay, you do an assignment that's just this basic, minimalist poster or something, but then I hand you a card that says you have to follow this link and do the exact opposite of what those people did. So now, and the beauty of that is that there's a lot of interpretation there. What does the opposite mean? They're minimalist, so maybe I don't do that, or they did a poster, so now I make a video instead. Like, there's a whole lot of variation there.
Yeah.
And it's just this idea of game theory, this idea that you can turn it into a game.
Yeah. Which is what this quickly became. And
Yeah.
I'm interested in the idea that an event like this, it's not predictable. You can't prescribe it. but people get excited, and from that flows all sorts of possibility. And it's
Yeah.
almost like a warming up. It's like an exercise. It's like community building. It's like having fun, and people knowing you're having fun. Like, I didn't stay up till 4 in the morning listening to Dr. Garcia on the radio or doing these because I felt like I needed to.
Right.
Because I felt like I needed to, I would have gone to bed. You know, I would have said, that came up with some excuse. It's because I wanted to. And people obviously want to do it.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference. It seems subtle and indistinguishable, but it's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And we have Tom Woodward to blame again for this.
I know. Well, and the link is up there for the assignment.
Ah, good. The one he linked to.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested, anyone out in the chat, do you have theories on what this might mean for an open course? You know, I mean, I'm interested, and I know it's half-baked. And Michael Branson Smith last semester wrote a lot about the game theory and DS-106 when it came to Dr. Oblivion. But, I mean, here we go again. We got the narrative. We also have the individual kind of fun of the animated GIF. So we're also marrying both the spring semester and the summer semester in cool ways. So that Alan's concerns that, you know, all narrative and no free play makes Alan a dull boy, right? Well, now we don't have that. Like, we have both.
Yeah. I will honestly say, this assignment, playing around just today with the MacGuffin stuff, gave me a little feel of the spring. It was the first time, like, we had the whole summer of Oblivion, but there was never, and I was very busy this summer anyway, so that may have been part of it for me.
Yeah.
But it was just like this summer I didn't really have that drive to jump in, and, you know, DS-106 wasn't new like it was in the spring, but this was the first time I was like, I'm back in it, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, I pumped out 2 blog posts just this morning because it was just like that assignment, and I'm hoping we get plenty more, and we've already got a huge archive of them. But it's just like, those are the ones that are key that just like pull you in and say, I've got to jump into whatever program I can grab and start making art.
And then start seeing who's doing what and commenting.
Well, you could have the tendency to kind of look at this assignment and say that it's frivolous, in one way, like an animated GIF. Okay, they're doing this goofy stuff, and people might look at this and say, well, you know, what is the purpose? But what this actually gets to is the idea of, what is that pivotal scene in this story? You know, what is it? Yeah. What is it that makes the film turn on a dime, kind of thing, and what makes it go in a completely different direction? Yeah. So there's that high end analysis of this that really makes this one singular assignment as valuable as any other kind of assignment that you would get in a traditional course.
And it makes you think through the narratives you know,
yeah,
and imagine them and go through them, but it's in a fun way. Like, the end result is, okay, now demonstrate your knowledge.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, make someone laugh.
Well, and everybody could be assigned one film and say, okay, do this for this one film, and see all the different interpretations of where the film could go in a different direction. Yeah. So it's got endless possibilities almost for this
You could pull in the remix idea. There's no reason that you couldn't have like a really nice animated GIF. We've done really nice looking ones, the cinematography type stuff. I forget what they call them, cinemagraphs. Cinemagraphs.
Yeah.
So if you had a cinemagraph but also had the text underneath of it, remix those 2 assignments together, I think, you know.
I wanted to get back to something you said earlier because I found it interesting, Tim. I mean, you mentioned that. You know, you were busy this summer. The summer of Oblivion was kind of like you felt it in the spring, but not in the summer. And it raised a question for me, like, you liked the summer of Oblivion, but you didn't love the summer of Oblivion. Am I right?
Yeah, I
knew
when you started that sentence that it wasn't going anywhere.
If you liked, that's the difference between liking the summer of Oblivion and loving the summer of Oblivion. I love the summer of Oblivion.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to go there. It was a ride. How about that?
No. I don't even really want to talk to you about the summer of Oblivion. I think you did good work in the fall. Proud of you. Summer was kind of a loss.
You want to watch my intro video again?
Yeah, let's see the intro video. No, but the MacGuffin is a great start to DS-106.
It's a good start, and everybody jump in there and create more assignments like it.
Yeah, and, you know, kudos to Michael Branson Smith. I mean, we didn't even talk about this. You want something to talk about? You kind of stooges?
This is your episode.
Yeah, this is. You want something to talk about?
That's why you're in the center.
You want a toe? I'll get you a toe. This is the deal. Michael Branson Smith now is taking DS-106 at your college for 40 students there and beyond and making it his own. That's the other thing. Like, this course site has become completely. He's the Uber admin. He's running it now. I'm hands off. I'm helping him get the syndication stuff in, but it's his class.
Yep.
And it's a digital arts class, so get ready for some incredible stuff.
Yeah, and it's the idea that it's so kind of interchangeable.
Compared to the shitty Mary Washington students.
And shareable, yeah.
I only said it because we have a student native.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know what's going on with Timmy today. He didn't take his medicine. The point is this. You have a site now that people can use, and we can teach in many ways. Cheryl Collin would have done it as well, but good for her. She got a full-time job, but she's playing along. I mean, that's the idea of this.
Yeah.
Let's open it up and let people use it.
Yep.
I mean, I love this idea, and I kind of love that Mary Washington, we're in the down low, and we could play.
Yeah.
And not be like, it's Mary Washington's thing. It's not.
Yeah.
Like you try and be with DTLT
I can
Today.
finally
Like,
write
this
it
is
off
my
as part of
thing.
my job, as opposed to what I'm not doing when I should be doing my job.
You and your freaking TV station. This is my thing to just do my intro. I like my spring DS106 versus the summer.
Tell me again about
Tell me again about my fucking show. Unbelievable.
I think that's all we probably have for today. But thanks for joining us on our Sockcast.
Yes.
We'll be back. Actually, we do have a programming note. We've got some issues for next week. We're not sure how the casts are going to go.
They're
we might be
stealing our equipment.
Yeah.
we might be
We're
shut
losing the
down for a
equipment.
couple of days. So we'll see.
Not shut down.
We'll see what we come
will
up with.
broadcast. You
Well,
just don't know what.
it's also
going to be
Baba
about.
stock.
What we're doing, what the purpose of the show is, just kind of, this is a little feeder for them, a little teaser, if you will, just to say, we don't know what's going to happen next week with our
idea.
broadcast. So
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned to Twitter. Stay tuned to the internets, and we'll see you next week, I guess.
Next
See
week
ya.
it is.
All right. Thanks. Bye.